Good morning, Tropico! I am Juanito, and this is Tropico News Today, keeping a finger on the pulse of the nation. Stay tuned to TNT for the best music and the most optimistic news. Is it finally time for change? Spirits are high as debates over the political future of the island are getting more and more frequent. It seems that the general populace is in the mood for elections in the coming years. Today, El Presidente announced that the elections will be postponed indefinitely because of the unstable situation in the country. Some political activists are speculating that El Presidente is afraid of losing a fair election. This is Juanito, Tropical News Today, with the election results. El Presidente has won with a landslide victory. Surely the people will continue to stand behind our beloved leader in the years ahead. The heated presidential battle has concluded. The ballots are counted and the results are in. Our new president is the good old El Presidente. May our leader continue to work for the good of Tropico for many years to come. It's official, folks. El Presidente won the ballot. In unrelated news, the members of the official election commission are going on a vacation to an unnamed highbrow resort. We can only wish them to have a good time after all the hard work they've done. Breaking news! Our beloved country is being torn apart by a civil war. Brother turns against brother as supporters of El Presidente are fighting with the opposition. I, Juanito, will be taking a little vacation abroad until the ruckus is over. Breaking news! Unrest in the military has led to a surprising coup against the current government. It looks like some folks in the army think they can run the island better than El Presidente. Loyal soldiers are rushing to defend the palace from the traitors. Special report. That new rebel fad has grown out of proportion. They are attacking buildings now. El Presidente stated he is shocked and appalled by this unprovoked attack on the peace and democracy in Tropico. Shocking news. In a daring attempt to overthrow El Presidente, rebels have launched an all-out attack against the palace. I hope El Presidente is prepared. Dear listeners, for your own safety, you are advised to stay indoors. These rebels look like they mean business. Dear listeners, the two-faced Yankees have finally shown their true colors. By threatening our small peaceful island with their big scary battleships, they show their total lack of respect toward the people of Tropico and the principles of democracy, which they so often claim to defend. Let them come. We will be ready, armed with sticks, stones, and our strongest weapon, El Presidente himself. Dear Tropicans, I have some troubling news for you today. Overhearing a conversation between two generals yesterday, I got wind that the great Russian bear is planning an invasion on our little paradise. This time they've gone too far. Don't they know that our great leader El Presidente can easily chase them off with his huge baseball bat if they try to disturb his early afternoon siesta? And now for today's headliners. A recent bombing attempt has spread panic among the citizens on the island. Nobody knows where the next bomb will pop up. Why, someone might be planting one in your basement right now. Stay tuned to TNT, the radio that will blow your mind and make you come begging for more. Today is a sad day for Tropico. An unspeakable act shook our island just a few hours ago as some traitorous coward has tried to assassinate our great leader. Among the suspects are virtually all foreign intelligence agencies. The presidential advisor, Penultimo, a toucan-worshipping environmentalist, and an old hermit who supposedly lives in a bird's nest and prays in the lotus pose. Buenos dias, sweet people of Tropico! I hate to be the one to always bring the bad news, but apparently some subversive elements on the island are doing everything to sabotage our thriving tourist industry. The latest trend is abduction of tourists. My advice to our foreign guests is simple. Stay at your nice air-conditioned hotel rooms and don't wander off too far without a handy sidearm. Hola, sweet senoritas! Your favorite radio host, Juanito, is here. Looks like the enemies of El Presidente are targeting our colleagues in the Tropico media. Well, I have a message for these guys. Come get me if you can. You can't stop the signal, baby. You can't stop TNT. Dear listeners of TNT Radio, do you remember the old days when everything was so much easier? People would do what they were told. For free, I might add, and they never complained. Well, things are different now as there are people openly protesting on the streets. El Presidente has stated that these strikes are staged by his enemies. Personally, I believe him, but convincing the general population may not be so easy. I met El Presidente himself at the gala opening of the new electric power plant. Our leader jokingly predicted a bright future for our country. After numerous attempts to find a suitable place for construction, the Tropico airport opens its doors. The interest of tourists towards the island is expected to rise significantly. And now, some music. There is a new radio station in town. Their program is boring propaganda all day long. You will get the most objective information with me, Juanito, at your favorite station, TNT. We are so hot, we are about to explode. This is TNT, and our news is explosive. Some people seem to be fascinated by moving pictures inside a box. A television station has started broadcasting on our island. They say this new fad will replace the radio. Juanito is confident that these will never happen. Go, Chupacabras, go! Our national athletes just got their own grand arena. The new sports complex is a beautiful sight, and I hope it will host the famous Pan-Caribbean Games one day. Wake up, fellow Tropicans, and smell the flowers. A new botanical garden has opened on our beautiful island. This is TNT, and I am the thorny flower of Tropico, Juanito. My friend Pablo told me he was starting to work as a make-believe native. At first, I thought he was kidding, but then I found out that a fully functional and almost authentic ethnic enclave has just been built. The shenanigans of El Presidente truly have no end. One of our ancient ruins will be converted to a tourist attraction for wealthy foreigners. After the opening ceremony, guests are invited to a specially organized human sacrifice theme party hosted by me, DJ Juanito, the shaman of Latino. A farmer has accidentally discovered a rich oil deposit while digging for water. El Presidente has immediately taken advantage of the opportunity and ordered the construction of a new oil well. The new resource is expected to provide a significant boost to our economy. Black gold is the word on everyone's lips. A massive oil refinery has been constructed on the island shoreline. As prices of oil are expected to soar in the coming years, this refinery can become the backbone of the island's economy. Have you heard of El Presidente's childhood home? Some of the items which can be seen there are El Presidente's wooden horse and his favorite teddy bear, affectionately called Misha, and a collection of toy soldiers with which he used to quell make-believe rebellions as a kid. El Presidente has just signed an alliance pact with the U.S. Yankee Doodle and History of the Democracy have just been added to the mandatory education plan. We are now officially comrades with the USSR. Rumor has it that the terms of the alliance were arranged in a drinking contest between El Presidente and the USSR ambassador. The skies of Tropico were illuminated today by a fiery nuclear mushroom. Foreign experts have assured us that the light emitted after the explosion is not dangerous and is even good for the skin tone. El Presidente has allowed a humanitarian aid camp on the island. The situation must truly be grave if our nation needs outside help to solve its problems. To lighten the mood, some optimistic music. This year, the people of the world turn their eyes to Tropico as the island prepares to host the Pan-Caribbean Games. Sports fans from all over the globe are expected to gather in order to witness the spectacle. The next track is dedicated to our national athletes, the Chupacabras. We are TNT. We are dynamite, and we are about to explode. A foreign geographic organization has made a feature movie about our island. And now, a special greeting for my neighbor Pablo, who can be seen petting his favorite llama in the opening scene. Emergency report. A freak accident ended the life of one of our citizens who slipped on the wet floor and fell through the window to the street 3 floors below, surviving the fall just to be run down by an ambulance and then a hearse. Some people have the worst luck ever, folks. Buy Tropico, buy a piece of sunshine. Our new worldwide industry ad campaign repeats this slogan 37 times. Folks, if this doesn't raise the export prices of our goods, I don't know what will. El Presidente addressed the rising levels of air pollution on the island by enforcing strict air pollution standards. Seeing how you could cut the air with a knife at the moment, I think it was about time such measures were taken. I love the smell of burned paper in the morning. Today, thousands of books declared as inappropriate were burned, covering Tropico with a thick cover of smoke. The intellectuals are in an uproar. Religious supporters are overjoyed. Personally, I, Juanito, don't know what all the fuss is about. Who needs books when you have the sun and the ocean? Do you like to have fun and party all night long? Juanito does. Well, we can forget all this. As of today, the island is under martial law and a strict curfew is placed in order. Tropico jailbirds have issued yet another complaint about the food they are served in prison. Our benevolent El Presidente has immediately resolved their problem by sending them packing to Florida in a little rusty dinghy. Alcohol is now officially prohibited in Tropico, so all you party people better be careful. From now on, as violators, you will be shot on sight. Pablo's hardware store urges its clients to stop asking for Pop's paint remover, Llama Llama wood polish, and other alcohol-based products, as these have already been bought out. A new anti-litter ordinance has been issued today by the government. As always, perpetrators will be shot on sight. So remember, kids, think twice before you throw that bubblegum wrapper on the ground. And now, some music! In a bold attempt to promote liberty on the island, our leader has issued an edict allowing people of the same sex to marry. The church condemned this law as godless. Stay tuned to TNT for further developments on this controversial issue. Don't know where to spend your vacation? Why not come to Tropico, the paradise on earth? We have beaches, friendly people, booze, and top-class entertainment for an unforgettable Caribbean experience. This is a glorious day for all believers. His Holiness the Pope will actually be visiting our island. Look through your window and you might see the Holy Father himself. The Holy Son and the Holy Spirit couldn't make it, but are expected to visit in the following years. Breaking news! In case you haven't noticed, a huge hurricane has swept through Tropico, leaving a trail of destruction in its path. In unrelated news, there are reports of people carrying a cauldron of tar and feathers traversing the island in search of the local meteorologists. The workers at the weather station were allegedly out drinking and therefore unable to issue a warning the day before the disaster. Hello, Tropico! What's shaking? Recently, our island has been rocking and rolling under the fury of Mother Nature. Unfortunately, the recent earthquake has taken a victim, El Presidente's favorite porcelain cat. The memorial service will be held next Friday. It goes without saying that participation is mandatory. We are TNT, and our program is dynamite. In the news, the streets of Tropico are full of people loitering around. The union leaders of the communist faction are voicing their concerns with the unemployment on the island. I am Juanito, and I want to share something that disturbs me deeply. On my way home, I saw a whole bunch of filthy shacks. These things are popping up everywhere, and people are definitely not happy about their housing. Even living in tenements is better than this. Food reserves are dropping with an alarming rate. Yesterday, I got my boots stolen, and they were not even made of real leather. The lack of medical facilities on the island has forced people to rely on self-treatment and traditional medicine. The only citizens happy about this situation are the witch doctors. Tropico's economy has been in the pits lately. This is a good time to remember that not all things in life can be bought with money. I am Juanito, and this is Tropico News Today, or as we cool guys call it, TNT. Some people complain that our nation is not as advanced as others in the Caribbean region, but I actually like our simple way of life. Some people love industry. I prefer beaches and scantily clad girls. Tied up in our daily problems, we rarely stop to consider the spiritual side of life. It looks like our El Presidente is also a man of pragmatic mind, as there is not even a single church built in Tropico. Kaboom! This is TNT, and I am Juanito. Several intellectuals have pointed out that the children of Tropico are uneducated and can barely read or write. Concerned for the future of the island, they demand the construction of a new high school.